Alright. Sure what I should do with my Look out the window. Just do. That's what I'm video. Holy shit. Everyone knows I'm a character.
Alright, here we are. Welcome to the first Guru of Gainz show. Today we have Nothling, Callum, Gifford, owners of CrossFit East Tamaki. We have Jade and Kevin, Manuel, who have been nice enough to open up their home to us to start our first ever podcast show. Not really a podcast, just a microphone, passing it around between everyone. And we have the highwayman, Max Roache. It's been one day after the Industrial Athletic Hawke's Bay Open, whatever you want to call it. Kevin, how's it been, after knowing the workouts for 2 weeks? How's it feel winning the competition?
That was good. We've been practicing for those workouts for about 2 months. No, it's good. It's good. Look, I think, it was a really well-run comp.
Yep.
I think everyone was pretty happy, just speaking to athletes and spectators and stuff. It was good. It was really good. Bloody sore today, but it was fantastic.
And it was good getting a bit of redemption from last year. You got second last year, right? Yeah.
No, you got second last. Oh, Zach won last year, didn't he?
Yeah, Zachy. No, it was good. It was very good. I enjoyed it, and it was being pushed on by all these other guys, all you guys. Yeah. It was fantastic.
Well, not really Yosh.
I had an injury, by the way. You're known for being the perfect guy, we've seen from the mountain videos. And I was trying to find a little bit of dirt on you. Yesterday, Callum said you had a tan line on your socks from your socks.
Mark came up to me when we were at the mountain lifting company. He goes, I found Kevin's weakness. He's only got one. And I said, what is it, Mark? And he said, well, he works with socks every day, so he's got tan lines and
So other than white ankles...
I don't know if that's a weakness, Mark. You can probably change that if you want to.
No, plenty of weaknesses.
So other than the white ankles, I was asking Sharissa because she said she taught you or something like that.
Yeah, she was a school teacher, yeah.
And I was trying to find something on you there. But even she was like, he's a nice guy. He was good through high school and stuff like that. I was thinking,
dick.
She couldn't even lie. Now, where does it come from? Is that just from your upbringing, your parents?
I think so. I think we were brought up strict, and that was a good thing, I mean, with that, my parents also had a lot of trust in us, so we were allowed to do things, and I mean, with the way they brought us up, it was almost like they played that whole card, I'm not angry but I'm disappointed thing. So it's, if we did something wrong, they play that card and you feel bad. So I think we were always, so you punish yourself. So we were always sort of trying to keep them happy as kids, to not do too many. I mean, obviously as a kid you do things that you regret later on, and you just do, and that's part of growing up, but you learn your lessons, and I think they have taught us that, once you've learned that lesson, not to make that same mistake again, and I think in that process you learn as you grow up, you learn with life, and I mean, mistakes are made every day, I make a lot of mistakes every day, but as long as you learn from them and you don't do it again, then I suppose that's all that matters, really,
Yeah, it was just kind of odd because, I go out to East Tamaki and there's just some jerks out there, so I just found it a bit of a fresh...
That's because instead of my parents saying we're disappointed in you, it's got a hiding in it, obviously.
Was the strap a bit of a motivator, or no, it was just what you were saying then? Did you get hidings in that growing up?
Yeah, absolutely. My parents were very strict. We were especially as young kids. So before sort of our teens years, they were very strict. We got smacked around heaps.
No, but
it's gonna come in.
It was good. It was good for him.
It was a good smack around.
What's a good smack around? What's a good smack around?
No, I mean, you'd get the old wooden spoon on the bum type thing. That was it, and so you learn. So you start and then through our teens years,
Yeah.
it was more like they gave us more freedom,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you do as in the teens. You know, you want to go out and party with your friends and
Yeah.
do all those types of things and hang out.
Yeah.
And they gave us that freedom, but they sort of lay down the law. You know,
Yeah,
they said,
yeah.
look, you can go, but if we catch you doing this or this
Yeah,
or
yeah.
this, then
Yeah.
you're in trouble. So we avoided that because it was, you know, and I mean, I've got the best relationship possible with my mum and dad, you know, and I can't thank them enough for what they've done and the way they've brought me up, so I wouldn't change a thing. No.
Yeah, so it's just no creeping in the tents and things.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. No tripping in the tents, pretty much. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Mr. Callum Gifford, you've been known as being a horrible runner, and you say you did pretty. A couple of days you did pretty decently. Like, what's changed? What's changed?
I don't know,
for you
the
to run
23rd's decent in a run, to be honest. But
Yeah, for you, I mean. Yeah.
yeah, good for me. Good for me. I don't know, we're doing a little bit more running.
You're doing
No.
is that
Rob Downton, yeah, raw strength and conditioning. Yeah, not a heap more running, but I've been down the track a little bit, and it's obviously helped a wee bit. I think just the change in attitude to work capacity has probably helped my running a little bit more than actually
What was it
running
before?
itself. I won't do it. Like lifting heavy stuff.
Yeah, and you got a PR on your row as well.
Yeah, I did. 8-second PR.
Yeah,
Still
so-
a rubbish time, but
Yeah,
good for me.
but it's all going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
so
so-
Rob Downtown, pretty happy with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's a lot of volume. We were doing a lot of volume before, but now it's a lot more, and it seems to be paying off. So, yeah.
I find that having an authority to tell you exactly what you do, opposed to when Callum mainly used to program for us. Because if it had been...
It's better for my self-esteem too, because now I don't walk into the gym and get torn to pieces by these guys saying we don't want to do that. I've written it. So.
Yeah, if there was something that came up that we were about, oh, do we really have to do that? We would probably skip it if it was something that Callum had just given us. But because Rob's given us our programming now, and it's what we have to do, so we turn up, we do what we're told, and we're getting through a lot more, a lot faster, and getting better results out of it.
There's still grizzles.
There's still grizzles, but we do it now.
We've been out for a few sessions and they turn into like 3-hour dancing.
We still train for
dance-a-thon.
3. We dance less now, but we still train 3 hours. Like, we do a little bit more training in that time. So
For the listeners, they usually dance towards the bar as they go to lift.
Yeah.
helps take the pressure off.
And you guys are affiliate owners together. How is it for you, Zach, working with a guy who puts training first and above everything?
Oh, it is tough.
Don't ask that question. You'll just cause an argument.
We have a really good balance. We have a really good relationship.
Really
I
close.
can tell him to shut up. I don't take a shit when he gets grumpy. Which everyone knows he is a very grumpy person. And we have a good balance in our business relationship. Not within relationship.
So, just to clear it up, there has been some speculation about you two, but it's clean. It's clean.
Our girlfriends are just a facade. It's right, a true relationship.
Just a big cover-up.
It's a big cover-up.
Yeah, just recover.
Callum, what's up with you being stressed so much before each workout? I witnessed something yesterday about a belt.
This is the way I am. Yeah, well, I like my things to be where they are
Someone
the whole time.
just moved it from here to here, and you.
No, Josh took it, and I don't like it. I like my things to be where they are. I don't know. It's just the way I am. I'm very meticulous about everything before I compete. I was that way in BMX as well. It's just I don't know. I can't.
In the zone.
Yeah, I'm just in the zone. I can't change it.
How far
As
did
soon
you
as
go?
the day's finished, I'm back to normal. But,
How far did you go on that BMX?
I was New Zealand champ.
New Zealand champ.
Yeah, in 2000, junior elite men, and the year that I finished properly, I was number 2 in New Zealand elite men. Yeah,
Racing or tricks?
Yep.
Racing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was on the shortlist for the Olympics in 2008.
Oh,
High
awesome.
performance squad. So.
Far out. So those of you who thought he was just a pub fighter, this guy is actually he is an athlete.
Yeah.
He is an
I was
athlete.
also in the New Zealand under 85 rugby side as well. So
True. What position?
Lucy,
Far out. 7, 6,
7.
7. Oh, true. And Zach, you were a bit of a ice hockey guy.
Yeah, I played for New Zealand for 10 years, through the junior grades up to the senior men, and played a few seasons in Europe, and living in Kiev in the Ukraine,
Far out.
for a club over there.
Yeah. Is the dream done for you guys, or?
Yeah, coming from New Zealand, trying to play ice hockey is a bit of a struggle, just
Yeah.
like any minority sport, I suppose, in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it requires a lot of funding. And there's an age, which is about 16, where you have to be playing for a club overseas somewhere, and in their sort of like farm team system.
Yeah.
So developing for their major teams, and if you miss that boat, then you're just pretty much out of time.
Yeah.
So
What would you say to like kids, you know, trying to take up ice hockey and you like BMX? Would you be like skip it, just do CrossFit or what?
I would say use CrossFit as an accessory for your training.
Yeah.
I wish I had something like CrossFit or like a strength and conditioning program for my fitness when I was going up, even through the junior grades.
Yeah.
Something to just assist our training. And I work as the strength and conditioning coach for the Ice Blacks and one of the National League teams now as well. And we incorporate a lot of, not direct CrossFit, but a lot of the training methods, the conditioning, the Olympic lifting, gymnastics, so essentially CrossFit.
Nice. Awesome. Nice. Yeah. To actually.
To actual athletes.
I just saw you there.
I'm a drunk.
Could still be a drunken athlete.
BMX has changed a lot since I finished. I like it depends what you want to do. Like, if they wanted to take up BMX competitively and be good at it, go for BMX because there's more money in it, and there's not a lot, but there's more money in it, more opportunity with the Olympics and stuff like that. But I don't know. I love CrossFit now, so I'm pretty protective and you know, do this with CrossFit. So.
The good thing with CrossFit though is we're on the competitive side, so it's our life now, and that's all we train for. We train to be good at CrossFit, and if you want to be good at CrossFit, you have to do CrossFit.
Yeah.
But you can still. We've got a lot of members who competitive CrossFit as they have absolutely no interest in it. They do CrossFit to enhance other areas of our life, of their life. Like one of our boys, Josh, he came down this weekend and it was his first proper comp, and he did real well. He finished up in 7th in the scaled men.
Yeah.
And he's really into his motocross.
Yeah.
So Josh comes to 3 classes a week, 1 hour sessions, and that's his exposure to training.
Yeah.
And the rest of his time is dedicated towards doing other things. Like he owns his own business, he's a plumber, motocross, diving, and he says the reason he does CrossFit is so that he can be better and get more out of all the other things that he does in his life, opposed to the side that we're all on, where we want to be good at CrossFit.
Yeah.
So.
But how cool is it at a comp when everyone goes and hangs out with each other? Like at BMX, the top guys just hang with the top guys.
Yes.
You know, everyone at a CrossFit event when we're in the athlete area, we just all hang out.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool atmosphere and a pretty cool vibe.
Yeah.
Even though you only finished like 18th and half the people did top dogs.
We'll get to that.
I think the coolest, one of the other cool things as well is sort of you come together before your heat and we're warming up and stuff, but you know, even that we're competing against each other, we're all strategizing together. We're like, right, how are we going to attack this workout? And everyone's like, well, this is my idea, and everybody sort of takes and leaves what they want out of it. And that's really cool. Like, you can't do that in any other sport. You don't go to another rugby team and say, look,
what's the strategy?
What's your line out moves? What's your line out calls? You know, you don't do that.
You want to keep it in the forwards.
The worst thing about that though is when you go to Kevin, what's your strategy? And he tells you his strategy, and there's no one help anyone else.
I think it's good, like, because for me, like, say if I was to win, like, you want everyone else at their best to to be at their best as well. So like, you helping them helps you be better as well. Sort of thing. It makes that a bit corny, but I think it's true.
Khalifa said that
Like, I want you to be. Like, say
wants everyone else around him to be good because it makes
exactly. Say
rather than being selfish.
Kevin wasn't there and James won, it'd be tainted.
Tarnish a little bit.
Yeah, so like. You have to have the best there. You'd still take it.
I used to be like that. I'm not gonna lie.
You have to have the best.
Real. Not long ago at all. Real recently was what I was trying to say. You know, I just wanted to be the best, and I didn't want, you know, people around. You know, people being better. But now it's changed up a lot. Like I want to make people better.
Yeah.
So that's why I get on Aiden's case when he's bumming around at training and stuff, because it doesn't help me any.
I think the best way to get better is to lose.
Yeah.
I think if you lose, you know what it feels like. it is so much easier to go back, or it's so much more motivating, I should say,
Yeah.
to go back and then train harder so that next time you can win.
Definitely.
Because, or even winning doesn't necessarily mean first place, just improving yourself.
Yeah.
So you might say, let's say for example, end up 10th, and your goal might be next time to be in the, let's say, top 7 or top 5.
Yeah.
And so the best way to do that is to lose. And I mean, I think that's what drives me is you want to compete against the best.
Yeah, exactly.
So that you can improve yourself, even if it means losing.
Yeah.
I don't mind losing. Losing is fine. It's part of life.
Yeah.
You have to lose to get better.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's a cool thing. You know, if I think, and also with New Zealanders, we're all so close as across the community. And so that's so cool how we push each other. Everybody pushes each other.
Yeah.
And everybody's linked up on Facebook and everything, and you know what everyone's doing and all that and that and that. And so therefore it's so easy to push each other, just you know, even if you're not all doing the same.
Yes. Like sometimes I'll jump in the class and there'll be the workout and I'll scale it up, like not to be a hero, but just to, you know, get more of it, like
Absolutely.
to have that push
Absolutely,
and
you have to.
Yeah.
I was talking to a few guys that were here from Australia for the Mount Comp, and they were actually amazed at the New Zealand CrossFit community about how people are actually genuinely excited to see each other and work with each other in New Zealand. He said they don't quite have that in Australia at the moment. So he was saying, like, at a CrossFit comp, it is very clicky.
Stick to your
Stick
yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
right.
In New
I
Zealand.
found that in Melbourne actually, that it was really like that.
Yeah.
Rob stuck to himself, Ben stuck to himself over there, you know, very segregated.
Focus.
Yeah. Not
And
like here.
Have you got what's your athletic background, kid?
Probably the closest I was to
Best
playing
at everything.
No, the sport I concentrated the most on was rugby. I played rugby my whole life.
Yeah.
I love other sports. I've played tennis and cricket, and I love to play any recreational sport. But rugby was probably the one. I played a little bit of rep rugby in like age group rep rugby.
Yeah.
Growing up, and then I had a nasty injury, a compound fracture on my leg, and that sort of brought a halt to the whole rugby playing career dream.
Yeah.
But then after that I just keep playing club rugby for a couple more years.
Yeah.
And then started doing CrossFit at a Globo gym to get fit in the off season for the rugby season.
You just play down here.
And it was awesome. I played that, like, especially for sevens. I love playing sevens.
Yeah.
And that seventh season went really well. Like, it was just you felt so much stronger and fitter.
Yeah.
I mean, sevens is pretty much you're just running for 14 minutes straight. It's miserable if you're unfit.
Yeah.
And doing CrossFit, it helped it so much. And then we went, a few of us, like me and Jared and Aaron and stuff. We all started together.
Yeah.
And then we sort of went down to Wellington to do a competition there and never looked back. Like, sort of dropped rugby and started doing CrossFit competitively. And it was, we hardly knew anything about it or anything like that back then. But then sort of just from that, meeting a few people, learning a bit more about it, and then we just started doing CrossFit.
Yeah. Now you're sponsored by Industrial Athletic. Did you, and getting quite a New Zealand like following sort of thing, did you think it would turn into that just from doing it for fitness?
No ways. I mean, like I say, even now it feels surreal. The fact that I'm a sponsored athlete is just like, I'm just Kevin, like it's not, it just feels amazing. Like, you sort of don't think of it like that. You're like, holy crap, how can I, you look at, your dream as a kid growing up as a sports lover is to become a professional athlete, right? So obviously we're not professional by any means at the stretch of the imagination, but to get a free t-shirt, it's just like, holy crap, I got a free t-shirt.
Pretty cool,
It's awesome. It's just like
the time.
it's just like, it's brilliant, like anything free for doing what you love doing.
You do it
it's
anyway.
Just like awesome,
How's it for you, Jade? Everyone wants a little piece of Mr. Manuel.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect.
Males and
Females, Mr. Perfect. That's all we ever talk about. Oh, Kevin's so awesome.
Yeah.
I know, everyone, that's all everyone says.
I
It's
just
just so amazing.
It's not true.
What's Kevin doing?
But they always
We
say
the garden, alright, better get out there.
behind every good man is a good, even better woman or something like that. So how's it holding together and everyone wants a piece of them? What's that like? What's life like being
Yeah, no, it's good. Like,
Having to fight everyone off.
yeah. Like, obviously he trains a lot and stuff, and I think for a lot of other couples that might not really work out so well, you know, he's, you know, training all the time. But for me, because I'm into CrossFit as well, I get it. And because he does so well, I would never get in the way of that.
I mean, I owe Jade a lot of time. So they put it that way. I mean, it's just like you say, it is behind every guy. There's a you know, an even better woman. So it's a type of
Mr. Perfect!
But it is like that though, because I
Just hate on someone for
we see now, but the thing is, you see people in the same situation, and a lot of them can't. I mean, I've seen relationships break up because of CrossFit, because guys, all girls train too much, and I've seen it happen. It's happened at our affiliate and stuff. It's sad to see.
I don't know that would work. Like me and Megan are the same. Megan and I are exactly the same. I don't know that it would work with anyone else. You know, like if you had a girlfirriend that was at this level, to know the amount of time we have to put into it.
You've got to understand that you've got 2 hours to whatever.
Exactly.
It's a very, very selfish lifestyle, unfortunately, and you need someone.
But also a fun lifestyle, like, as you say, like, you make so many friends and stuff that I love going to all these comps.
It doesn't matter.
Because I love hanging out with all the guys and all the girls, and it's always a good time.
Anyway.
Such a good catch up.
And I mean, we're fortunate enough that, I mean, Brody is only 2, you know, so he's not at an age where, I mean, we all obviously give him all the attention in the world, but I mean, his favourite thing to do is literally to go down to the box and play in there.
Sort of do burpees. And
Well, I have to take him every night to do his little training session.
Like, he loves it. He's like, he wakes up from his afternoon sleep, and the first thing he says is, "Can we go to CrossFit?" You know, so it's like, we're, I think in that sense, extremely lucky, you know, with that
It's
fit.
just our life.
It's just the way it's sort of worked out, and it's working. So it's good.
You know, I've competed with you guys quite a fair bit, and I've seen you in the finals a lot while I've been watching, and seen you on the podium a few times and whatnot, either first or second or third or something like that. You've only been how long have you been CrossFitting for?
Probably competitively over 3 years now, I'd say.
Yeah, 3 years.
It would be about, let's say probably 3 years competitively,
And you came 5th at regionals?
Yes, last year.
Only on countback though.
Yeah, 4th equal, and then,
But that's the highest.
I say 4th when I tell people.
I say 4th too.
That's the highest place from New Zealand, right? Because Pat Bar was American.
Baru.
I mean, for male, I mean.
For male.
Yeah. Do you reckon do you have a gift, or is it more like put down the hard work? What do you reckon? Do you have a gift?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I think he's got a natural knack for it.
I think he does too, because he trains an hour and a half, and I train 3 hours.
No,
doesn't balance out.
I train a lot. I train an hour and a half at night, but we cram about 4 hours worth of work into an hour and a half. So the volume we do.
While we're dancing.
Pretty much so. And take some notes.
Let's talk.
Let's dancing engagement.
You know, the funny thing is, I say this all the time. CrossFit for me is 60% mental. 40% physical. I reckon at the top level in New Zealand, or the top level, even in Australasia, I think Americans are a little bit ahead of us physically. But at the top level, there's not a massive difference physically between the athletes. It is really who can push themselves the hardest. And I think for mentally, for me, with the support that I've got from friends and family, I think sometimes can be the difference. I literally think it's mental. I mean, you guys know what it feels like when you push yourself so hard, but physically, until you pass out, you can still do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It is your mind that's saying, "Nah, this hurts. I don't want to do it anymore." So it's literally, if you can switch that off, and you can and you can say, "Okay, well, physically I'm still standing, So why can't I do it?
Yeah. So how do we tap into that?
They say
How do you,
I can't tap into it. I can't get there.
$150,000 question.
Yeah.
that is, so there's so many different ways. Chad McKay, for example, trains in the rain and has like half an hour ice baths for his mental toughness. And I mean, I had a chat to him about last year about mental toughness at regionals.
So training the mind just as much.
Training the mind.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So, and that's why, so the way we train is because I've only got an hour and a half to train at night. Weekends we train a bit longer if your body allows you, because you've got a bit of time. Like Sunday afternoons we would train for 3 hours, but then you would spread it out a bit. You wouldn't try and cram so much. You'd maybe try and
2 sessions or something like that.
that's something like that. Yeah. But I mean, I think cramming helps with that mental toughness because you do a workout when you walk in as a warm up. And then you're absolutely screwed, but then you've got to get up off the floor and do your strength because you've only got a limited amount of time. And true. And so that I think that helps my mental side of it. The fact I don't think there's a physical difference. Like I think the people in the final yesterday physically we are on par.
So you're just stronger than Callum mentally?
No, I don't know what I do. When I go into the next part, my mind just went gone.
And, I mean that is it. Is hey guys, how you going? And I think that's pretty much what it comes down to at the top level. Personally, that is what I feel. I mean, everybody's own opinions, but I think that is what it comes down to.
I personally think there is a gift thing because not just because I never place up there, but because I've seen you and you compete and like. No disrespect, like, but you're not like a Greek god like AJ and all that sort of thing, like big massive thing, but you still tear them up, all the guys, you know what I mean? Like, there's some sort of, and then like we got a couple of guys that squatted 200 at our gym, like, and I've been trying for ages to squat. I'm on like 175. Try to get that out there, but
175.
No, but like, one guy's been training for one guy's been training for like 4 months. Like, what is that? Yeah. That's not mental.
No, I think.
No, you're right.
But
like there's a little bit.
Squatting 1 RM and putting yourself in the hurt box for Fran is
It's completely.
I know, but I think it's still a mixture in my opinion.
Yes, I agree.
You have to have a look. Then you got to work your ass off.
I agree. If we look at international, I think Jason Kalipa is probably the hardest worker out there.
Right.
But Froning still toes him up.
Yeah.
I think Froning's just got that natural ability. So I
Exactly,
do
I mean,
agree with you. There is a natural ability does become part of it. Absolutely.
But then you still got to, obviously.
But
training
in any
mind.
other sport in the world, there's a huge level of sports psychology put into and mental preparation put into every other game. So like you don't the top athletes not just turn up to the soccer field or the rugby field and just go, sweet, all right, I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
There's hours of mental preparation, visualization, all put into
psychology. Yeah, they go to sessions.
Positive preparation, mental preparation put in, and there's no reason why CrossFit as any other sport should be any different. Like
absolutely.
Once that workout comes up, there should be going through your head how you're going to attack everything, rather than just turning up to the barbell and going, I feel like I can do 5 now. I feel like I can do 4. Like I haven't really experienced that myself with CrossFit yet, but I think that we'll come to that point where it has to. If it's not already.
Absolutely.
Do you think because like you've got more, you work a normal job and you only got like an hour and a half, like guys like me, Callum, and a lot of the guys affiliate owners, we probably like live and breathe. Do you reckon that helps with your training, like having that balance, like with your wife and your kid, and working, so CrossFit's not your whole life sort of thing?
I think so.
That helps?
It keeps it exciting. It does. It keeps it fun, and that's my whole training philosophy. The day I stop having fun, I will quit CrossFit. Simple as that, because there's no point in doing something, especially if you're doing it for free. Obviously if it's your job you have to do it. There's no choice, and it pays your bills, it feeds your family. Simple as that. But for me, because at this stage CrossFit is let's call it a hobby. I like to think of it more as more than a hobby. But essentially that's what it is, because nobody's getting paid to do it yet in New Zealand. To compete as a professional athlete. But and my training philosophy, that's why I don't follow any strict training programs. Because then it does become a chore. To me, it becomes a chore. I walk into the gym, I say, right, tonight I feel like doing some squats, I'll do some squats. I feel like doing this one, I'll do this one, and that's the way we train down here pretty much. All of us, me and Jared and Aaron and
that's a bit of a contrast because I've talked to a lot of athletes. I know these guys are doing the downtown. Kate comes
We
down.
don't do it because we are like, we have to follow the program, otherwise we're not going to be the best. We do it because
Stuff around.
No, because I don't want to program. Like, it just takes it out of my hands. It gives it to someone else who I know is going to program pretty good. And that's why we do it. It saves me walking into the gym and getting torn to pieces by Richie and Zach going, we don't want to do this week or whatever. It takes a full process out of it. That's why we do it. We don't do it because it's a magic formula. We're going to become the best because we're doing the program. There's, he's living proof that there is no magic.
Yeah.
But I think the other side of it as well is we do have days where you walk in, where you walk into the gym and you don't have a set plan and you stand there for 20 minutes. You know, you're wasting that time. You're like, oh, well, what should I do? So there is those days.
Yeah.
So quite often you do have them where, and that's where programming comes in, and you're saying, look, we've got this, we know we have to do it. So you walk in, you get the work done, and that's it. Yeah. And so we do have times where you piss around and you're like, oh, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? And then at the end of the day, you just do something for the sake of doing it, which is also not good.
Yeah.
You know, and you might not even enjoy it that much. So you like doing it because you don't really feel, even if you don't really feel like it. So, yeah, it's there's foolproof arguments to both ends. Yeah.
Max, let's talk to you a little bit about your training program. What program have you been on lately?
I've been on the train once a week.
It almost worked for him. It almost worked.
Despite me having an injury, you did alright.
Good that you got that out there.
Yeah, I had an injury, so that's why he nearly beat me. So once a week, why is that? Why once a week?
Well, I've been focusing more on the business lately because we did too much training last year. And just as I can't keep intensity every day, so I'm trying to cut down a bit.
Cut it down to once a week.
Once a week, and then I'm going to slowly build it up to 2.
Finally, you can hold intensity for one session a week.
So yeah, I'll go all out and then I'll be dead.
For 6 days after.
So I'll let the intensity build, then I'll get that one off, I'll go hard. Yeah. But then I'm out, and then I'll rest for another 6 days. But me, Yash, and Chris Attrell, we were talking about a new program, just marked round one. We're thinking of getting intensity by doing bodybuilding twice a week, and then doing one CrossFit session a week.
Yeah, because if you listen,
Karen.
Like with CT Fletcher, he was saying do like a mad leg day. Because if we do sometimes like a 5x5, you're sort of a little bit gassed, but not too gassed. But the bodybuilders will just kill their legs and get that mad testosterone growth. You break down really well. Yeah. It's just a theory, but just thinking about it. And then recover.
And then you get your testosterone so you can train harder.
Yeah. So I don't know, just get that release. I was just thinking about it.
You're so sore you can't.
Yeah.
Have you been doing lots of
That's that natural thing that we're talking about.
So there's no rep scheme or anything. It's just go till you fail.
Yeah.
And then rest, and then go again till you fail.
And what did you place yesterday?
I think they got the score.
Henry, did you hear that? No. What you placed? 30 or something like that?
30th. Yeah.
And how many athletes were there?
50, I think.
So that's pretty good for once a week.
That's bloody good.
Yeah, once a week.
That's that natural athlete coming out of you.
So naturally athletic.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
And nutrition, I know these guys. Just for the listeners, I think I seen you eating pizza at the Auckland game. Not that I was spying on you. But is that what's up with pizza?
Kevin?
No. I follow no diet, no nutrition program. I think the more sugar, the better.
Why have you got the same results?
The more carbs, the better.
More carbs?
I have a very physical job.
Yeah.
So for me, if I were to do a diet, I would fade completely to nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I would just drop away. I mean, I struggle to hold my weight as it is.
Yeah.
And so I eat as much crap food as I can. I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't. Let's rephrase that. My diet's not crap. We eat healthy food, but at the same time, I would. If I want dessert afterwards, I'll eat dessert afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, if I want lollies, if I want chocolate, I'll eat it as well. If I want fast food, I'll eat fast food. Simple as that. It's just not. I don't follow anything.
Hear that, kids?
You want to be Kevin Manuel, you want to jump?
Don't listen to your parents, listen to Kevin.
I think everything in moderation.
Oh, okay, he's tying it up.
It's good.
See, all those top guys, they say stuff like that. You know, like even Freddie doesn't really.
No, they asked the Gainz athletes on one of the briefings at last year's games how many of them ate strict paleo, and like 2 people put their hands up.
Yeah.
So.
And I know you're a bit of a on that Carl's Jr. sort of diet.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen, but I'm shredded.
You see how much weight I've lost?
Everyone's noticed it, man.
My diet has cleaned up a little bit actually.
Yeah.
Like
Chicken salads.
Not chicken salads, but it's better. It's definitely better.
Do you reckon it plays a role for you or what?
It has done, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm like Kevin. Like I don't struggle to hold my weight, but I'm a big. Good one. But I am a firm believer in getting in enough calories so you don't fade through the sessions.
Absolutely.
Better be a little bit over
Yeah,
than
yeah,
under,
yeah,
yeah.
If you're training 3 hours a day, you're not going to be able to eat
Yeah.
kumara and chicken salad and be able to sustain that for very long.
Yeah.
So if I feel like eating a burger, which is quite often, I'll go and have a burger,
Yeah.
knowing that it's going to help the next day for whatever I'm doing. So
Yeah.
I'm not too fussed about it. Because I'm not eating sugar all the time. But
You're quite a all-rounded athlete yourself. Kevin sponsored. There's quite a few guys sponsored. Is the question? Where, do you reckon you got a sponsorship still coming or something along those lines?
I don't know. I mean, Industrial Athletic and Robert said he was going to help me out a wee bit on Saturday. So.
Don't know what that means though.
No, he just said if I need anything, go and talk to him. It's not a sponsorship. It's just a mutual kind of friendship deal. I don't know. I'm not fussed, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll just keep training hard, and I'm not. I think unless you're Kevin or James, who are the best of the best. You've got to be good with self-advertising, putting stuff on Facebook, videos of you lifting heavy weights or doing PR Fran times or whatever. I'm not that guy. I won't do that.
So you don't get PRs much, or
PR all the time. I don't know if you've seen the board, but there's like 7 PRs up my name at the gym. But no, so I mean, for me, results are going to have to do the talking, and I haven't done a lot yet. I did okay in Melbourne and all right this weekend, but other than that, I haven't done a hell of a lot. So I need to keep working hard and
Do you think the beard sort of will help with that? You have that.
It didn't help so far.
being that distinct, sort of look, having that distinct.
Made him recognised as that fat guy with the beard.
That could grow in a year if you get a few more results and.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Just on that subject of sponsorship, I'm looking for a supplement one because I don't like paying for them, and and I feel like I could do better with it. So anybody out there, I've been in the top 10 a few times, never won anything, but if you're out there, Mr. Zach, you're a pretty decent athlete. You've represented your country, and you've sort of probably done well at comps and that. What's the goal? Are you serious or messing around?
I love the training aspect, and for me, it's how we're talking about natural ability. I've always struggled with strength and fitness myself.
Yeah.
I've never been a natural athlete at anything. I've always had to work my ass off to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And I've found exactly the same thing with CrossFit. When I started CrossFit, I could barely do pull-ups or anything like that. So it's been a progression thing for me. I really enjoy the coaching side of things, and that could be a little bit of a cop-out because I'm not automatically in that sort of top 20 sort of category.
Yeah.
And I love the lifting and coaching of Olympic lifting as well.
So you're a little bit underprivileged.
Yeah.
He's a great coach.
A great coach.
Great coach, average athlete. But I also, as I said, I do still enjoy competing. Auckland Games was my first real competition that we did earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing experience. And I will keep competing, and we're trying to push for a team to get to regionals.
Yeah.
So hopefully training to make that team. But now we've got so many good athletes in our gym that I'm going to be struggling to make the cut.
Say it comes down to it as you and maybe Aiden. Just because you're a boxer, you're going to push him out?
Because I'm the boxer.
He's gone?
That's what's going to, mate.
Aiden's like about 6th on the list now anyway, just so.
Yeah.
Put that out there so when he listens to it, he knows it.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I don't want to. It's not all about me, but I've competed in some comps lately, and I've done well. And then just a few days ago, I did pretty bad in the first day, place pretty badly, and I noticed like when you do well, people sort of want to be your friends and stuff like that. And then that day I did bad, like people didn't want to look at me and stuff. It was like I was pretty hurt from that. But Callum, no weird stuff here. I don't like Callum, but he actually sent me a text that night to see how I was, and so I appreciate that. Just want to get on that. No homo. Okay, just for the record. He sent me a text how I was. So, no, I appreciate that. We all.
You just seemed a little bit down. I've never seen you like that before, so
yeah,
I didn't like it.
I think it was because I was beating him.
That was also probably.
Callum would probably feel the same if I was beating him.
Yeah. So we've all been addicted to sport. Do you think like we've all? Do you think it's a little bit? It's gone too much in the competing thing as well, like with the CrossFit, the boxes and all that sort of stuff. There's too much of an emphasis, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Too much emphasis on competition, you mean?
Yeah. Pushing people away and stuff like that.
I don't know. It's two sides. You've got to look at every individual as an individual. As I was talking about Josh earlier, competition. He's done a competition now, and he loved it, but it's still not his priority in his life.
Yeah.
And the people who want to compete in your gym are probably only going to be 15%.
Yeah.
Out of all your members.
We always have to remember that this is the competition. You know, it's a small box, and the people that want to do it for a lifestyle is huge. So, as an affiliate owner, you're not going to make money off people wanting to come and compete in your gym.
I think from a business perspective, is your competition's athletes should not really be your focus.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you help them as much as you. Okay, I'm not a box owner or anything, but I do own a business, and from a business perspective, is you want to serve, I suppose, where the majority of your clients are going to come from, and whatever business you do. And I think you've got to really find out what that market is. And I think for CrossFit, it is like Zach just said, it is probably 15% of your clients will be athletes, and they're going to do what they want to do anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
So they're not the ones you have to worry about.
Yeah.
They're not gonna leave because they're not getting the attention, because most of them follow some sort of training program anyway. So I think from a business perspective, it is very important to rather concentrate on the people that are doing it for a lifestyle, and also just keep that community, which is what CrossFit is all about. Is if you concentrate just on your athletes, then everyone else sort of loses interest because they're not getting paid any attention.
In saying that though, things like once they do get into the competition side of things, like we've got people that I never thought would ever have any interest in competition, and then you can see that they've got the bug, then they are hooked, and that's pretty much for life.
Yeah.
And things like the Open, we've got a lot of members once again who I wouldn't think have absolutely any interest in competing, who were some of the first people to sign up for the Open, and which is really cool because it shows that they want to achieve something, and it gives them a taste of what the competition side that we all love is actually like.
It's great because also like it elaborates on what Zach is saying. Maybe people that have never had any interest in competing in any other sport in their life or no athletic background whatsoever, and it gives them a chance to maybe do the same thing. You know, have a competition with intermediate events and scaled events, and the amount puts on the beginners comp that people have never done any competition.
Yeah, a lot of those people
life,
are never got a chance or never an opportunity to play sport, maybe through high school or anything. So it gives them a new avenue to get into it, to test themselves.
Yeah.
All right, just last question to wrap it up. There's a lot of the CrossFit affiliates opening up. Do you think like CrossFit is a bit of a fad, do you reckon? Is it? Or is it going to be long-lasting?
I think it's past that. It's got so much infrastructure behind it. Reebok, the Gainz. There'll be the occasional gym that will open up to jump on the money bandwagon that they think they're going to get, which isn't actually there, because it is a lifestyle job. But the cream will rise to the top, and the good gyms will last and hang around. And the ones that are average, and there might be a few gym instructors that pop on and think that they're going to make a few bucks out of it, and
be found out sooner or later.
They'll be found out sooner or later when they don't provide a good quality product, and people will move on.
Yeah, I mean that has happened. I mean we've seen it, all the clips and stuff, all the, I suppose you call them haters that put up, people that don't like CrossFit and don't like what it's all about. They put up all the negative clips, and you see it, and it's terrible. Some of the people that have, like you say, just try to jump on the bandwagon, and they've opened a box up with absolutely no knowledge whatsoever about coaching or anything like that, and the technique they're teaching the clients is just absolutely shocking. You know, when you see it on YouTube, like you can just Google it.
It's quite obvious,
And I think that is really sad how that happened. But I think that's
a bad name.
That does, but at the same time, what you say is the cream will rise to the top, and it all prevails. So I think it's probably gotten to a point now where it's becoming so popular, and so like people will start knowing or recognising a crap box over a good one when they walk in, because it's getting so well known, and I think that's probably.
Just to wrap it up, is there any shout outs or anything like that you'd like to finish on before we wrap it up?
What do you mean by shout outs?
Sponsors or anything like that?
I'd like to thank Rob and Amber from Industrial Athletic for giving me the t-shirts that I wore over the weekend.
Yeah.
And the shorts and stuff, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Rob and Amber for everything. Everything they've done over the past year. And also.
Actually, and also for all the comp stuff they do, like they're pretty cool. Getting them behind the competition sort of thing.
Cool.
And I'd like Rob and Amber to give me a free t-shirt.
Alright, cool. I like
thank Hawke's Bay for hosting good comp.
It was one of the best comps
yeah, really well organised.
Organising some good wads.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
I'd take my hat off to the judges, man.
Yeah.
I felt so sorry for them, and they did a bloody awesome job.
They were there for a long time this weekend.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah, we've run a comp once, and it's probably more tiring doing that than being athletes.
Absolutely.
So mad respect to the judges and those organisers, Henry, Aaron, and all the crew. That is us. First episode in the bank. We are tapping out, and thanks to our listeners.